DJ that Hughes, man.
Yo, what's up, world? It's your boy, Jay Smiley, and welcome back to the EYMF podcast, powered by the EYMF Network. And before we get started, I got to shout out the best podcast team in the podcast world. As me and my boy, CP, hold it down for the team tonight. But world, as always, I definitely can't wait to do this famous introduction. This one here hits home for sure, as I am introducing not just someone that is doing their thing in the high school basketball world, but this is also a near and dear friend of mine. 15 plus years in the game. She's been stuck with me, putting up with me as a headache for sure. But world, I am very, 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 very excited to introduce the one and only, the executive director for every big name high school basketball tournament you could think of that we're going to dive into here soon. Miss Mary Shack, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Josh. 15 years.
15 plus. Crazy. I feel like it's close to, I want to say like 16, 17, but yeah, we're gonna go 15 plus just to make sure we cover our bases. So you have seen me grow up, and I have seen you grow up. So that's honestly what I'm most excited about, because over the past few years, you have dived into this world of high school hoops, and you have went like full blown into it. So I do want to dive right into that first. You know what I mean? Like, looking on your IG, it's like it gives me chills, because for one, as a friend, I see that you living out your purpose. But as a fan of basketball, and you meeting some pretty cool people, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know.
So let's just dive right into it. Can you just give us a little bit of insight on how you got into this world of high school hoops?
Well, I kind of started in the NBA, and it's kind of crazy. Like, my first internship was actually the job that I'm at right now. So right out of college, I heard about this tournament that's been in my town. It's been around for 50 years, and at that time, it was around for 45 years. I lived here for 12 years at that time in Fort Myers, so I had no idea about this. I worked it 1 year. I met my boss at the time. I told him I wanted to take his job when it was over with. And it was only like a 6-day event, so like in 6 days, I'm just like this one intern running around when like Sharif Cooper's playing and Scotty Barnes is playing. And it's just like, holy shit, like this is kind of cool. Like, these kids are in high school, because Josh, when we were playing basketball in high school, we were not them.
Right.
Like, we couldn't do the things that these kids are doing, So I couldn't believe it was high school. I'm like, there's no way. Like, there's no freaking way. And then when I find out like all the people who were there, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. But I left. I took a job with the NBA. I did that for like a year. I hated it. It was terrible for me. Like, it just wasn't for me. Just wasn't for me. But I will say, silver linings of it all, it did get me into the high school basketball world, because I went to my first Peach Jam living in North Carolina. It was easy for me just to drive down like 3 hours to experience that.
Yeah.
And then, so then that summer I worked a Slam magazine event with Made Hoops, and they work, like with middle school and high school. And then I came home, I moved back to Florida, and I just started working for the tournament for free. It's a nonprofit. So I was like, I just want to learn, like one day I'll get to where I am. Like, I'll just put the work in now. And then 5 years later, I'm now the executive director of it. So it's kind of crazy.
That's
amazing. I know.
That's amazing.
That's dope.
It's weird, I tell you guys. I mean, last year I took over 2 weeks before the event, because my boss, he unfortunately passed away, and I was the only one that worked with him for that long. So they're like, Mary, here you go, figure it out. And I was like, oh, yeah, crazy.
Wow.
But here we are.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. So you said some names, Sharif Cooper, and we got the Cooper Flags and the Boozer Twins and Jeremiah Fears and Kaya and Anthony, and all these different, amazing high school basketball players. Like, what is that like interacting with them? Like, I seen you on IG, passing some shoes off to Cooper Flag. Like, what was that interaction like?
I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to think like in 2 years that kid's going to be in the NBA. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, he is like I'm looking at this 16-year-old kid. I'm like, holy shit, you're the number one player in the country, and you're going to the NBA. And I think Josh, like when we were talking, for me, the craziest thing is like seeing NBA players who I was a fan of, and now their kids are playing in my tournament.
Yeah.
Like being able to talk to Carlos Boozer as a Chicago Bulls fan, like we watched him play, and now I could text him to see if his kids want to play in my tournament. Like it's just
Yeah.
kind of surreal. Like I sit back and I'm just like, dang, my job is pretty cool. Like I don't know. I didn't think I
Yeah.
could do it, but I'm here.
Yeah, for sure. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So as always, CP, I'm gonna toss it off. I'm
Hey.
gonna go this way. I'm gonna toss it off to you real quick. You know what I mean? So go ahead, man.
Oh.
There you
You guys
go.
are
Let me
not
grab
catching
it.
it in the right motion. You both are backwards.
let me grab it real quick.
There you go. There you go.
So you dropped a couple names, Josh.
Yeah, for sure.
And outside of the obvious of Cooper, who do you think the best high school player is right now?
I love Dylan Harper.
Hmm.
Dylan Harper is that dude.
Yes.
Yeah, he is nice.
Yes. He is a
Yeah.
walking bucket. He is
I mean,
definitely
if
a walking
Cooper didn't
bucket.
reclass, I think Dylan should be number one. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a great point. That is a great point. Um, because I would have to agree. I definitely would have to agree. Dylan Harper,
Yeah.
I think his game is just so fluid. You know what I mean? Like in the sense of like he plays so like he's so patient. Like he moves so slow sometimes. It's like the defender, like you didn't know he was about to shoot. Like he
Right.
literally
That's
just walked
funny
up
that
to the
you say
3-point line.
that. Yeah.
That's his
You don't think
game.
he's going to shoot the ball? Like he was averaging like 32 points in our tournament in every game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
mean,
crazy.
it's crazy because like
Bucket.
it's hard because you got him and Ace Bailey, and I don't know how much y'all know about Ace Bailey, but he had an 8 a.m. game at our tournament. I think he dropped like 48 points at 8 a.m.
At 8
Just
a.m.
at 8 a.m. Yeah. And him and Dylan are going to the same school. So
They're both going to Rutgers. It's about to get real
yeah.
scary up there too. It's about to get real scary up at Rutgers too. It's about
So
to be
you roll
some
out the
exciting
bed. You roll out
basketball.
the bed and get a 40 piece.
Listen, when I played ball, I was happy I made 14 points in the game. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a high scorer. I got 14 points. Let's go. Like, let's get it. But
He woke
40?
up. He woke up, rolled out of bed like you said, and dropped 40,
Yeah.
Woke up, roll out of bed, and drop 40.
and then went and just kicked it afterwards. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's wild. That's wild. So, um, you've named some tournaments for sure. You have the Palms Classic, and you have what you were just at.
I was just at Hoop Hall, but I wasn't there
Yeah.
working. I wasn't there
Okay.
working. I was just watching teams. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's even better. That's a perk of the job. Like,
It
I ain't
literally, it's
working.
pretty
I'm finna
cool.
just go slide and watch some good hoops. I love that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Peach Jam. I know there's tons of other ones as well. So, out of all the tournaments that you've been to and all that, do you have a fond memory of one specific tournament, any specific moment, maybe something that's kind of like, I'll never forget this moment. Maybe it was a game or a play or something. Anything that stands out to you?
Dang. I gotta think about that
Ooh,
because that's kind of hard. I think it was my first
ooh,
experience in a New York basketball court, like those outdoor courts, like the Dykeman and stuff.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
different.
What
yeah,
you
That
was
was
doing at
different.
Dykeman?
yeah.
I
That
was
just got
helping
me
with me
hyped.
that. That's what I was doing at the Dykeman. That was
That's
different for me, because
dope.
it's like I used to go to the Y and watch the guys play, and that is not the Y. That is
Wow.
it's a different
It's a
experience.
different environment.
Yeah, I mean it's like really cool, but it is crazy. Like we had people at this event, there was like the crowds were just so big. There was people on top of the apartment buildings in New York watching the game
Yep.
from on top of their building. It's probably like 200 people on top of the building, along with the freaking 500 other people that were in the event. It was all for
Yeah.
high school basketball, which
Yeah.
you gotta
Who
think
was
like
playing
that
in
is
that event?
crazy. That was Terrence Clark, Jalen Suggs,
Oh
Chet
yeah.
Holmgren,
Okay.
Dior Johnson. That was like
Mm,
in 2018.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That definitely
Yeah.
should turn out that way. But like when you step on course like that, you gotta step on the court ready to kill. Like if you don't have that mentality, do not step on the court because I promise you they will actually get off the court.
Oh
Very
yeah.
Yeah.
disrespectfully.
Yeah, like it's New York.
Right.
They do not care. They will
They don't.
they say whatever. I'm like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
way different for me. My little
Like
Midwest self just sitting
yeah,
there. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
probably the craziest moment for me for sure.
Okay, I like that. I like that for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely like that. That's a fond memory. I would have to say, I don't know if I've ever experienced a high intensifying basketball atmosphere, like playing in it, watching. I don't think I've ever even going to like an NBA game, playoff game. Doesn't matter. Like I've never experienced like one of those moments where like the gym is just like shaking. And the
Like,
competition is just so high across the board. I know you're looking at me like you ain't never go to a Central game, but I'm talking about like a game like Peach
I was just
Jam,
gonna say, like,
like
Central
game on the
Lockport
line.
definitely,
like,
Yes, 100%
oh
did for
yeah,
sure.
like the Lockport games back in the day,
yeah,
those used to
that
be
that
wild.
actually does it.
We had metal
That
detectors before metal detectors were metal
I
detectors going into
promise you
those
we did.
games.
I promise you we did. But like yeah, those games were high level based off of the rivalry, based off of the tradition, based off of the two small towns right next door to each other coming together competing. Like yes, the gym used to shake them. I love those games. But I'm talking about like the atmosphere that matches the competition. Like
Yeah,
the
Mhm.
competition wasn't always high between those two teams every
you're
year. It
not
was
wrong.
just that was the
You're not
rivalry.
wrong.
That was just the rivalry. Like I want to go to a game where you got 4 or 5 D1 recruits on the court and they just battling and everything is buckets. And it's like y'all are high school kids doing this? Like what? Like
It's different now, I swear. Like I promise y'all, like if we all grew up in the same area, like it wasn't like this. But we grew up in an area where basketball was like a thing. But like
Mhm.
I went the two games that I would say were probably the craziest I've ever seen was Sierra Canyon versus the Columbus last year at the same place that I just was at. There's your little shout out. And that game came down, so it's Bronny versus the Boozer twins, right? So that game comes down to like, I don't know, like 10 seconds, and it's a 1 point game. And Columbus got the, if you look up the highlights, it will literally it make you go crazy. Like Columbus gets the ball, they fumble it, they shoot it up, it falls in the hands of the other kid, and he just throws it up and they win on like a last second shot. That was the craziest game I've ever seen in my life. And then when I just watched Prolific versus Montbird, that was crazy.
yeah,
Crazy. Yeah, that gym was so packed. I mean, like all for high school kids. That's
yeah,
what's the
Everybody
wildest
want
part
to see
about it.
Cooper.
Yeah.
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 Everybody want to see Cooper.
Everybody wants
Hey,
he'll be
he
you
real
guys can
deal
probably
though.
see him if
He's
you
real
want.
deal.
They'll be in Indiana
Really?
in March.
Yeah. See, that's a game. That's a game to go
Mm,
to. Like, I think if you are able to, if you're able to reclassify and you remain number one, like I
it's
don't
crazy.
know many people. I'm pretty sure people could do it if they tried it, but one, many players don't reclassify. First of all, like you
Hmm.
don't really hear that too often. And two, to remain number one, like you, yeah, you're a problem.
Yeah, no, he real deal. He's a
Like
real deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I really see his upside being pretty scary. Like anything outside of first number one overall draft pick and superstar, like he's that good. Like he's really that good. So um for me personally, I would say looking at looking at you in the aspect of living out your dream, did you ever have any moments where you were just like, yeah, this is it. I feel it. I can damn near taste it. I'm
The
right
out of
there.
body, the out of body
Yes,
Mhm.
experience.
yes. Like, yeah, like have you ever like had any like literally like you can like feel the moment? Like have you ever had any outer body
You had to
experiences?
snatch your soul back and put it back in.
Like hold on, time out.
Um,
Like hold on. Like
I think like from I think there's two. The probably one of the most out of body experiences I had. I was telling Josh the other day, I met Michael Jordan in the elevator when I worked for the Hornets, and that was kind of like, oh,
yeah,
that's my friend. Like
yeah.
that's crazy. I met Muggsy Bogues the same time, like in that same time I was working there, and I told Muggsy, I'm like, I used to watch you on Space Jam, bro. Like this is crazy, you know? That's crazy. But I don't know. It's just crazy. I'm like putting to take care packages together for the homeless with Muggsy Bogues in the NBA. I'm like, kind of cool. But I think this year was my most out of body experience, like taking over this tournament and having it be my first year running the event like solely by myself, and me and my interns like looking at the gym and having people there. Like we just got NBA certified this year. We have like 45 NBA scouts sitting courtside at an event that I'm working or that I'm running, and being just a young 32-year-old female is kind of crazy to be where I am. It's honestly wild.
Yeah, that part right there. That part. The females, the ladies, the women are stepping up, and they are filling the shoes and the roles of these big positions, and I love it. And I think that's the coolest part.
We not finna just bypass like she just didn't say she met the GOAT. What? Come no. And she just kept talking. She talking about Muggsy. I don't want to hear about Muggsy. No disrespect, but
shout out
you
to
met
Muggsy.
the GOAT. You met the GOAT. Like, how was that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like, so when you work for teams, like especially for someone like Michael Jordan, they don't like, you can't just talk to him. Like you can't just go up to him. Like we weren't allowed. And I was like showing a client gym that I was selling seats to, and then I was coming up the elevator, and he was in the elevator. I'm like, oh my God. And he was just like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh my God, hey, like, hey MJ, like this is cool. Like I don't know, like it was just like a wild moment. Like I didn't talk to him for very long, but just to be in his presence, it's crazy. Like he had a little locker, like when we'd walk downstairs, he had like a locker with all the other names. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like I worked for Michael Jordan.
Like he was trying to suit up.
He probably still
he got his juice in there, just like in Space Jam.
He can still hoop. I'm pretty sure he could still shoot it. He got a mean jump shot. I'm sure his jump shot is still mean.
Not gonna get his old ass on somewhere.
No way. I bet you.
Mike is what? Mike is what? 55, 56?
I don't know.
Too damn old, man.
We got Google, y'all. We could just Google it.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll Google it right now.
Jump shot. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he got a mean jump shot still.
Oh, I don't disagree.
Yeah. Like like that. Yeah, look. Let's wait to see how old. Let's see how old MJ is.
60.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He'll be 61 in a month.
Okay, dang, that's crazy.
He gonna tear a rotator cuff.
I was about to say, all right. He probably got a mean free throw still. He probably got a mean free throw.
Oh, he can shoot a free throw.
He can probably shoot a free throw. Yeah,
he
probably dribble. Take about 10 dribbles and shoot a jump shot and call it quits. Yeah, I can see that.
Would you beat MJ one-on-one today? Could you?
Right now?
Right now.
I'm gonna trip his ass.
Nah, I just think
I'm not even gonna try to play him.
I think he still work out. I think he's still work out. I think he's still in shape.
I mean, he has to be. He's Michael Jordan. Like, I don't see him not like at least shooting around.
I'm gonna trip him.
I don't know. I mean, y'all know Mike.
Someone find the highlights.
Y'all know Mike had like a little drinking problem. He be gambling and shit, so he probably don't be working out like that. He probably be in the casino. That's what
he's a family man now. He has like a wife and like twins, doesn't he?
He had a wife and kids when he was. He had a wife and kids, and he was on that shit before he was in the casinos and stuff.
Yeah. Chill out.
Hey, look, let me not disrespect the GOAT. My fault, MJ.
He wasn't doing nothing illegal.
He wasn't. You're right. He was living his best life though, for real. He really was. When you think about
Why wouldn't you?
He was the GOAT. Like anytime you could smoke a cigar before a game and go out and drop 55, that shit's wild. That's next level.
He wasn't doing nothing illegal.
Look.
Just a couple cards, couple dollars. That's it.
Man, yeah. We ain't gonna.
But I'm gonna trip his ass. That's it.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what I would do in this situation. I just pray he missed and then just pray I hit every shot.
If a 61-year-old Michael Jordan get past me, I'm tripping him.
He's getting past you.
But the crazy part is you're not gonna be able to trip him because his steps is gonna be so big. He's gonna get past you in like one step and then be at the cup in like two.
I could trip somebody.
You can't trip. You can't trip nobody when they jump in the air about to dunk on you.
Right.
That's
He's
probably
not
He
the
jumping
jumps
no
from the free
more.
throw line.
man. You
He's
know
not
what?
jumping no more.
Can
Come
we
on
get in
now.
touch? Hey, look. Let's get in touch with Michael's PR team. We need to set this up. MJ, we need to see you dunk one time. If MJ could dunk, I think he could still dunk.
I'm tripping
I'm
his
on.
ass.
I agree with you, Josh. I think he
See,
could still dunk.
yeah, we gonna make this
It's
a
Michael
real.
Man,
Jordan.
We gonna make this a real
yeah,
so we can see what the
get
people
off
got to
that
say.
goat juice. Get off that goat
Man,
juice.
well, you know who my goat is. I mean, we ain't gonna get into that conversation. I'm wearing the
Well,
We're
Suns
not.
you know
jersey.
mine.
We're
I'm
You
not
wearing
know
going to
who
this.
get into
mine.
that conversation. We're
You know
I'm
who
not.
wearing this.
mine is. So you
I'm
know,
wearing this. I'm wearing this Suns jersey. So I mean,
man.
how many
Well,
goats
yeah.
can you say you MJ's son? Anybody wearing his son's jerseys? I mean, just saying, But that's a whole other conversation. So, with that being said, Mary, one last question
Cut
for
that shit
me.
out.
What
Cut that
happened?
shit out.
What? Because I just threw
Cut
that
that out.
LeBron was the GOAT and then kept it going.
Cut
What?
that out.
It's the truth. He is the GOAT. He's an all-time leading scorer. 10 final appearances in a row. I mean, 4-time
And how
NBA
many did he
champion.
win?
4.
What?
I mean,
That's
that's
terrible.
he won more than people even make it, and then he made it 10 years in a row. I mean, that's astonishing. First of all, that's
Mm,
amazing. So
I think the fifth on this argument. I'm not talking about this.
you
six
know
and
what?
zero.
Hey,
Six and zero.
you know what? Look, Mary,
Six and
Mary
zero.
done brought it. Oh,
Me and
5
my
and 2.
friends stop being friends over this. Not literally, but we don't talk after we get into this argument.
MJ, I give him a
I'd
6 and
rather
0,
have a
man.
winning record in the big games than a losing record.
I'd rather go to the
What that nigga
finals 10
Brown like
years in a row.
4 and 8?
He's 4 and 6. He's 4 and 6.
That's terrible.
And look, and he got a in-season tournament cup.
I know. What?
And them motherfuckers have not won a game since.
Ain't won a game since then. Talk about scripted.
Trash ass.
Lakers exit stage left. So
Old asses.
speaking of fucking hilarious. They some dogs, man. But speaking of dogs, Mary, I see you got your dog with you. Can you give us a little? Can you give your dog a shout out?
Chloe, the queen. If you're
What up,
on my
Chloe?
Instagram, you know it's me. It's me, her, and basketball. That's it.
What up,
Literally.
Chloe? What up, Chloe? Nice to meet you, my
Thanks for
girl.
giving her first ever screen time.
Hey,
Man,
there
get
you go.
Chloe ass out of here. No, I'm just playing.
That is,
Hey,
I will end friendships over her for real.
all my dogs.
I'm
Look,
not playing.
in my
Oh, for all the dogs, huh? For
in
all the
my
dogs.
in my Drake voice for all my dogs. Hey, look, I had to give her little screen time for real.
Shout
So
out to
no,
Chloe.
shout out to Clo. But Mary,
Oh
with
my God, here we go.
look, because I threw a nickname out there. You know, I give everybody a little nickname.
It's a good name. I'll add it to the list.
Clo. There you go. Look. But no, so with everything that you're working on, like I said, I will continue to give you your flowers. But what are you looking to do with this platform that you have going into 2024? As you know, this is the Kobe year. The year of the Mamba mentality.
Year of the GOAT.
The year of the GOAT.
Yeah, put some
we
respect on his name.
we just talked about all 3 GOATs in their own rights in the same sentence. So, what are your plans of growth, expansion? Do you have a bigger picture? Do you have a vision that you're looking after, a foundation you want to start? Anything that you're possibly working on this year?
My goal this year is to grow our organization, but I do eventually want to start a foundation, though. That is something that I would be interested in doing, like a scholarship or something on behalf of our tournament, because we are, like I was saying, we are nonprofit. So, like, we raise all the money to get the teams here. We do everything we can. Like, we take care of the kids as soon as they arrive in town. So my goal would just be to grow our organization even more. And this year was a big one, but next year I just want to keep getting better.
That's crazy.
That's amazing to say it. To say it's a nonprofit and you guys are.
I know.
It's
kind of cool.
Tournaments of this magnitude.
I know, right? It's kind of weird. I mean, it's like super cool because there's like all the kids, that we bring in. We always bring like a local team too. This is kind of like off topic, on topic, but we always bring a local team in. And I think that's my favorite part of the whole event is having a local team play against, they obviously play the best. Like this year, our poor local team is playing against like the number 2 team in the whole tournament, gets killed. but they're playing in front of like NBA scouts, right? Like
Exactly.
Right.
they're playing in front of college coaches. They're playing in front of all these people, these huge crowds that they probably would never ever play in front of, and it could change their lives. So
Right.
like that's my favorite thing is like when things result from our tournament, like seeing that last year's MVP is at Florida Gulf Coast University where I graduated from. It's kind of cool. Kind of
Yeah.
cool. Shout out FGCU.
There you go.
I
There
was
you go.
gonna ask her like how was it sitting next to Mello, but shit, that ain't shit after she done met Goat. The fuck?
And that's just crazy to me too. Listen, I don't know. My life is weird. My life is crazy. My life is interesting. And it's like you like I said earlier, like you look at all these people who we were all fans of, and now they're just like in my gym.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
watching it, like
Yeah.
talking to me. And it's just like, you want to actually have a conversation with me? Like, that's cool. Like, wow. Thanks.
Nah, that shit is nuts.
Because I
Yeah.
don't realize it. Like to me, the tournament, I just love it so much. And it's not like
Mhm.
it's not what I don't see what everybody else sees because I just look at it differently. It's my job. It's like what I care about. But to everybody else, you're like, oh my God, you worked this crazy event. Like, look at all these NBA players that have come through, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
very, very blessed.
You are. You are. Definitely.
You are. Hey, tell some of them NBA players they sons trash.
You cannot. That's priceless. You know, because a lot of them are like they are.
It kind
They're
of like
trash.
skips a generation sometimes.
Yes.
It
There you
does.
go.
Well,
Take
it
away
skipped a
know?
couple of them. It skipped a couple of them with Michael Jordan kids.
Facts. Oh, 100% did.
Yeah,
Do you remember when his kid was playing at Providence back in the day? Like not at Providence, but against Providence.
No.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
know what's up.
You
They
guys
just
have
changed
to
their
come
last
down
name.
sometime, like to
You-
come to the games.
You know what? You know what? I was definitely gonna touch base on that for sure because
It's
I
not a
definitely
bad
want to
idea.
look.
Can I tell
definitely
you
wanna touch base on
something?
that.
Can I tell you something? So I've lived in Florida now for this is not to you, Josh. This is to my new friend CP. I've lived in Florida for 12 years now, right?
Okay.
Josh has said he's gonna come visit me for 12
Oh, has
years. For 12 years.
Josh.
hmm
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
he tell you he travels though? He told you that?
Not to Dallas. He don't
Yeah.
travel to Florida.
He goes, yeah. Speaking of Dallas, he goes to Dallas a lot.
Listen, he was in Florida and I was in Florida. I saw all of our other friends. Josh wasn't there. Wasn't there. Didn't even
Man.
show up. Didn't even come through. Nothing. It's cool.
Man,
Oh, not the fact that
we
y'all was in the same city and you
We were like 30 minutes away from each other. To make it
we
even worse.
podcasting. We podcasting for real. I like this, y'all. So
Oh,
look,
wow,
Cut this
Josh.
out. This
Oh,
doesn't go
no.
on air.
look. So we podcasting for real, right? I love this, right? So look,
Hmm.
yes, I am. I have been such a terrible friend. I have. I
Yes,
definitely have.
very.
I have been a
100%.
terrible. I
You
have
don't do that.
100%.
I mean,
Don't do
honestly,
that.
like all of you
You
guys
said-
have, but that's okay. It's fine.
But 12 years?
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
12 years.
Yep. Yep.
And you've been
Okay.
everywhere. You've been everywhere in 12 years.
Everyone.
Yeah. Hey world. Nobody's perfect.
Nah, the world ain't got nothing to do with this right now.
Man,
This is
that's
you
crazy.
and your friendship.
That's crazy. Mary, I'm
The
so
friendship.
sorry.
It's
Look,
okay.
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna have to
You
make a
owe
trip
this
out
you owe this young lady an apology.
2024. If I come home and I see you before you see me out here, that would be wild. Just
All right,
wild.
I'm gonna plan a trip to Florida. I got you.
I think you guys all
got
should. Just come down for the tournament next year. It'll be just as lit.
Hey, EYMF
Well, you ain't got
podcast
it.
takes the road.
You
You ain't got
should. You could
it.
interview some kids there. It'll be fun.
We take the road. Let's go do it.
What's up? Well, let's get Cooper right now.
Yeah, okay. Everybody wants Cooper right now.
Everybody, we get Cooper. I'm taking this to any type of network. I got the Cooper flag exclusive interview right here. Pay me for it.
I will.
Like
I already
legit,
emailed this coach.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah, I emailed this coach.
Yeah,
I did.
love that.
I did.
That's so
I
real.
did.
definitely.
Went on the
Yeah,
website. Had to find him.
Nah, that's
I went on the
one thing.
website.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing I will. That's one thing I will say. CP will definitely find. He has the will to find a way for sure. I will tell you that. So,
no is not an option.
it's not in some cases. It's not. And that and with
Just
that
like
being
I don't know how you don't show up for 12 years to your friend.
12
It's your friend.
years. It's
This is
crazy.
your friend.
And I will say, in your defense, Josh, we did spend many of days together as children. Like,
No,
thank
that don't count.
you, thank
like
That don't
you. I mean,
count.
that doesn't
millions
That don't
of
count.
days. Like dead ass. We had a sleepover at my parents' house to go to Six
literally,
Flags when we were kids.
That
literally.
don't count no more.
Like,
All right, you're right. You're right. It
I
That
mean,
don't
it was
count no
still
more.
fun. We still had a great
It
time.
had to it must have been fun,
It
but
was like 2007 when that happened.
oh damn, that's almost 20 years ago.
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, you on my ass right now. Look,
Yeah,
let me
no,
go and
Josh, you
book.
don't do that. You
Let me
don't
go
do
ahead and
that.
book. Let me go ahead and book this flight real quick. Dang,
Did you
bro.
book one of Dallas? Did you book one of Dallas?
Why we keep talking about Dallas? I've
Did
been
you
all
book
over the
one of
world. We
Dallas?
keep talking about Dallas. What the fuck?
If you go to Dallas, let me know. I love Dallas too. I could meet you in Dallas.
Let's slide.
Yeah, let's go to
Did you
Dallas.
did you did you I think you need to book one to Florida.
All
I
right.
think you both need to.
Oh, okay
Facts.
then. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm working
just
on a wedding
come to
right
the
now,
tournament next year so you
so
can see what it's
I'm
about.
I'm working on a wedding right now, so I'm have to
Oh,
postpone that trip.
oh,
Look,
I might
look.
well,
I might can
I'm not
slide
even
in
close to your wedding.
I might can slide in September.
You said your
Oh,
birthday's in September?
Nah, I'm getting
Oh,
married in September,
what day?
the 15th.
Hmm, 3 days
nice.
off of my birthday.
Oh,
Should have been the 18th.
nah, that's during the week.
Reschedule it.
Well, come home then.
Come
Yeah,
home to
you
just
got
crash.
you
I'm
got
gonna crash your wedding.
you got to.
Well,
Yeah.
bring the high school sensation with you then.
come in, come in with the whole game.
You come in with Cooper, the Boozer twins. Bring little Carmelo.
Little put
Not little Carmelo.
them all on the show.
Bring
Yo,
them
I
all
would
to the
die.
wedding.
Your wedding is canceled because you're just doing interviews instead.
Hell yeah, literally. I
Hey,
promise you. I promise
we're
you.
gonna be
Look,
sitting there interviewing the sensations. That's
I
it.
promise
I
you.
mean, didn't you guys interview the Fears? You guys had the Fears on your podcast before, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
yeah,
Jeremiah is crazy.
yeah,
yeah. He's
Crazy.
crazy.
When
He's
I watched
crazy.
him play this year, I'm like, oh, he's from Joliet.
yeah, for
Hmm.
sure.
For
He
sure.
did. He is. He gives me vibes that he's definitely gonna be a first round draft pick.
He's
He's
insane.
Lamelo. He's Lamelo to me.
He's 100% Lamelo. He's
Hmm.
100% Lamelo ball. His
Okay,
game
so
is
I have
so
a question
crazy.
for you guys.
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
with the Fears brothers being at Joliet West, was that the best basketball that you've seen back home since we were in high school?
Yes.
How was it? I need to know about it because I
It,
wanted to go to so many of those games.
Yes.
it was like it was like chills
Mm.
because you knew they were that good.
Hmm.
Like you just knew like their own personal skills were going to supersede their opponents and they were going to win the game. Like you just knew
Mhm.
that was going to be the outcome. But how they did it was the crazy part. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's high school basketball, and like we said about the competition levels, yes, Joliet West had a great team. They were ranked in the state. They made their run. Shout out to them for sure. But you got to see the full picture up close in person, so you were able to pick apart the weak links and the opportunities and the strengths and things of that nature. Like
Did they
I
win
get
state?
nah,
Nope.
nah.
They lost.
Like
What the
Dang.
game we went
sectionals,
to? Super
they
sectionals.
they lost super sectionals. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. To Oswego East. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Oswego
Yes.
East. Oswego East had a solid team last year.
Jeremy
Wow.
had a
Solid team.
bad game.
Yeah, yeah. Jeremy had a bad game.
Dang.
Yeah, for sure.
Oswego, that's crazy.
Yeah,
But that
yeah.
boy Jeremiah.
Just watching them play, it's electrifying. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, like knowing that they're from Joliet and they have the athletic ability to be as good
Right?
as they are, nationally ranked, playing Division I basketball. Like
That's pretty cool.
Jeremiah has narrowed down his top 5 schools, and I know Kansas is one of them. Michigan's one of them. I think Providence is one of them.
Illinois is one of them.
Illinois, and
Yeah.
then I can't remember the last one. But
That'd be
Man,
cool
I'll
if
tell
it
you
was
right now.
Illinois.
if you got Kansas, one of your top 5 schools. Like,
It's just crazy, right? To think about that from back home. Like, who was the last person back home that did that? Roger Powell? Like, I mean, like, who was
Yeah.
it?
yeah,
Right? Like,
yeah,
To go to a D1 school?
yeah.
yeah,
Like a
Yeah.
big time D1, like a big time
yeah,
D1
yeah.
in
Yeah.
That could,
basketball. Like in our
yeah.
town, I feel like it
Well,
was Roger.
I'm trying to think. Yeah,
Well, besides Jeremy, okay, like obviously.
yeah.
are we counting like the surrounding areas?
No,
I
Like
just
mean,
where we're
Lockport?
from, y'all.
because Lockport,
You
you
got
got
Doe.
you got
You got Orlando Tucker.
you got Leno Tucker and Rashad Holmes. Rashad Holmes is currently still playing in the NBA, and he went to
Yeah.
Lockport. So
Well, I'm
yeah,
talking about
like
from
Joliet,
in the
like
time
Joliet?
since those people, like,
yeah,
No.
right? Like in 10
D1?
years, there hasn't been like anybody
yeah.
like
You're right.
that.
No, you're right.
It's
It ain't
crazy.
been. Yeah. No, you are 100% right. I'm trying to think now. Now that you say that, I'm really trying to think as we're talking, just so you know, like awkward silence. But yeah, nah, I
Um,
really,
But you would know the hype. Like there would be
MJ.
hype.
yeah. Who?
MJ played at Houston.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, well, I
yeah.
guess let me rephrase this. Like, did people really know about him like that? Or was it like it wasn't like the Jeremy Fears effect, you know? Like
No.
no,
Yeah,
that's
I don't think
that's
nobody
what I
got.
mean.
I don't think
yeah.
nobody had little Jeremy effect.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. And if Jeremiah didn't leave and go to Arizona, I think his buzz right now would be so crazy.
Oh
Like
my God. I
his
think it's
buzz would
smart
be
that he left
so.
though.
Yeah, I mean, you figure him and his little brother would have had a chance to play with each other. Like, oh, it was 100% smart he left, but just imagine them
He's
two playing.
coming. He's coming home next year.
You think Jeremiah gonna come home and play with his little brother,
Do the
Yes.
same thing Jeremy
just
did
like
senior year.
Jeremy did?
And then Jabari is gonna leave.
Let's circle back on this in 1 year and see where we're at because I'm
Ooh.
interested.
That's a good point. I could see that though, because he left this year. He goes and gets his national exposure. He makes his commitment. Then he comes back home because he's good. Let me go play with my little brother because my brother's going to be starting on varsity as a sophomore. He'll be my point
Just
guard,
like Jeremiah.
just like how Jeremiah and Jeremy did.
Oh,
I
cool.
like that.
I fuck with it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so cool.
he coming back. He coming back.
Yeah,
I know
'cause
for
then he's
you,
bigger.
Josh, it's probably like bigger because it's at West.
Yeah. I mean,
I was
for
just
both of
around
us,
y'all.
yeah,
My school doesn't even exist.
yeah. Now we both went to West, so yeah, it gives us
Yeah.
chills for sure. Just like thinking about like, damn, we walk these halls, like this is
Man.
crazy. Like ball is life is sitting in Joliet West Gym right now. Like this is
Is
crazy.
that crazy, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't even
like,
remember what it was like to ever have people even be at our games like that. Well, it wasn't like that back when we played anyways.
That's
but
because we
like,
ain't have. It's not social media plays a big part
Yeah.
in that.
Yep.
totally. I think we had
about
like
it.
Be Recruited was like the website we would use to like upload your stats and shit, and that's how you would figure out if you were, like actually gonna get it like recruited. That's how I got recruited. Then I
Yeah.
lost all my
You have-
scholarships. So fine.
You have to do work. You have to put in work to get noticed when we were growing up.
On the bright side, though, in my defense, because I went to such a little, I went to Ridgewood, so I went to such a small little shitty school. In my defense, thank God there were mixtapes because my points per game average looked better on paper than it did in the game.
Mary will walk out and drop 30 with ease on their ass. Like, watch out.
Was it you and Dre that came to the game where I missed like every shot in my opening game, and that's when I figured out I needed contacts?
Man,
Was in that game?
man, nah, you just used to get buckets. You used to get
No, this
buckets. Oh,
game, I
no.
swear. No, bro. I'm gonna knock myself. I would realize I was blind in my sophomore year of high school because I went like 0 for 14 in the game. My coach was like, "What is wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you? You can't see." And I sure the fuck could not see.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Mary used to get the ball. She was a point guard. Used to dribble that mug up the court, walk it up the court, top of the key, pull that bitch, swag,
Literally.
go back down court.
Oh, little Caitlin Clark.
No, not nearly as good. I wish I could be her.
I promise you, shit was crazy. I was like, damn, like Mary has got game. This is crazy. Like, boom, go right back down court.
Okay.
Yeah. So it makes sense. It makes sense. That's why I said you living out your dream. You living.
I
You know
know,
what I
it's
mean? Like,
crazy, right? Like, I
I
think
mean,
about
like,
that. I played little basketball and now I work in it, and it's just so weird. It's honestly
see,
just so crazy. I don't get
so
You
it.
be
so.
out there thinking you can hoop with the boys?
Oh, I definitely know I cannot. I will gladly say I do not. I couldn't even honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't even remember the last time I like shot a basketball. I know that
Hmm.
sounds crazy because I'm like around it all the time, but I don't really play at all. Like,
Well, next
Really?
time you have an event, just go grab the ball and just challenge one on one and record it.
no, my interns tried to get me to play in the intern game this year, and I absolutely did not do that.
Why not?
There's
That's
no way.
great.
They were so damn
That's
You
sweaty.
should.
I'm like, Chloe, come here. Hold on,
that's
pause.
great.
This dog, she's just sitting on my suitcase. The fuck? Who does
All right,
that?
you said pause. All right, so I
Yeah,
forgot
we're
pause.
good. Yeah,
All right, cool. But
but
yeah, nah,
no,
you don't hoop no more.
nope. I haven't shot a
Man,
basket.
just go ahead and just.
Yeah, you need to get back.
I could probably still shoot.
You around hoops too much to not hoop. Like not even a little bit.
I got my nails done now, so like it gets in the way, so I can't hoop
Yeah.
like
You a boss. I forgot. We talking to a boss now. My
Yeah, I
fault. I
forgot.
forgot. Yeah,
She's
you a
the
no,
she's the
boss.
executive
it's not even
director, bro.
like
We can't,
that.
You a
you know.
boss now. You a
She
boss.
It's not even
she
like
Yeah.
top
that. If I
dog.
break a nail shooting a basketball, I'll be pissed.
I believe because
Why?
you a
Just go get it
boss.
filled in.
Yeah, because
No,
you a boss. Everything goes back to you being a boss. You feel me? Like that's it. You
I
a
don't feel
boss.
like running up and down a court anymore. I don't feel
Who
like
said
it.
run up and down? Half court, 1-on-1.
Man.
No, that's still too much. I'm good.
Go play Cooper.
Okay, that'll go viral. Me getting dunked on will go viral. It would
There
be
you go.
amazing.
There you go right there. Look.
Hey,
There you go.
That'll be the end of me.
There you
yeah, go
go.
play Cooper.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great
Hell
way to
no.
start off.
Hell
get back
no.
to
I hope
get
you
back
guys
to
get him
ball.
on here. I hope you guys get him on here.
That's a great way to get back in shape. Go and play against Cooper Flag for real. Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be
thank
a
you.
workout.
I'm gonna get me a Cooper jersey. Watch.
I mean, he's going to Duke, so I will definitely
Oh,
get.
that's exactly why I have to get one.
Yep, same. What a great
Facts.
Yeah,
choice.
great choice.
Great choice.
Even
Top
though
10.
Coach K ain't coaching no more, but he
It's
good.
okay.
He's still in good hands.
It's okay. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
best. Best college. Better than what do you like? Ohio State or something over there?
Thank you. Tell his ass again.
Oh, you. Oh,
I don't know why he did that. That nigga stayed in Ohio for 30 minutes.
yeah. Why do you
longer than
always
he's been
say
to
this?
Florida. Longer than
That's
he's
so,
been to Florida, so it's okay.
Oh,
It's
dang. That's
okay.
you know what,
crazy.
Mary? I'm Mary. You know what, Mary? Fuck him. He ain't shit. That Mary, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. He
That's
bogus.
crazy. I thought he was better than that, my boy. I thought he was better
We
than
are.
that.
We are.
We
He
are.
was until I found out how you did her for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? And you just said,
Dang.
and she kept saying that you coming. You coming to see her. You coming to see her.
Dang.
You ain't standing on your word, my boy.
I wouldn't stand on business. I wouldn't
Nah,
stand
you
on
want to
business.
stand
My
on
fault.
business.
I got you.
No.
My
You want to
fault.
stand on business.
I
That's
expect
fucked
both
up.
y'all to be here December. It's either December 16th through the 22nd or December 18th through the 23rd. So you got around that time to figure it out.
All right.
What's
So that
going on?
means,
What you got? Event?
That's our tournament next
yeah.
year.
Oh, say less then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Next.
y'all
Oh,
should.
this year you mean this year?
Oh yeah, we are in 2024. Jesus.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives
Yeah.
us time to get our equipment together, get our media passes, because we're gonna need some. We're gonna need some nice little footage. So
Man, we don't need no fucking media passes. We know the executive director.
it's always cool. I always wanted to walk around with a pass and say media on
Man,
it though.
fuck
Like that.
that.
I got you.
No, that
I'll just
is the
make you a
pass.
custom one. It'll just say
That's the pass right
autographs.
there.
There you
I got
No,
you
go.
guys. No, I
that's
think
the
that'd be
pass.
so dope. You guys
It
should
would be.
definitely.
Yeah. Get a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be courtside taking pictures and
Man,
shit.
throw
Record.
an
Can we
event
get
at
an
the
interview?
crib. How about that?
Can we?
You know what? Maybe one day.
Hey. Hey. I
That's
see
why I
what you
got to
did
start a
there.
foundation.
There you go. There
You
you
know,
go. There you go.
I would be so down with that.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Cool.
2024. Let's go ahead and make that happen.
Give me like till 2025.
All
Yeah.
right, we
Throw
can
it
do that
right up.
too.
Throw
Yeah.
it right up
Yeah.
in the. Throw it
Yeah,
right
we
up
can do
at the UC, and you good.
that. Man, you know
You
what?
see,
You thinking
Yeah.
big, my boy. You trying to go big. You know
I
what?
was just gonna hit a Lockport and be like, "Yo, can we borrow your gym?" Like, Or JJC, because does JJC even exist anymore? Is that around?
Yeah.
It's around, but
Yeah.
They got a basketball team still?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, they at college, they should.
You know, they be doing them cuts sometimes. Some budget cuts be real.
Yeah.
Hey.
They cut their football. They cut their football team.
Did they?
They cut their football team like 15 years
Who
ago.
the fuck knew about their football team?
You didn't know JJC had a football team?
Well,
They cut their
budget cut.
They obviously were not very good. Oh my god.
Hey yo, this is real.
Budget cut.
This is real Cat Williams
Budget cut.
right now. This is real Cat Williams right now. Right? Can't be out here dogging JJC like that.
Fuck
Did
JJC.
we all go there? I know I
Hell
took
no.
my ACT there.
I
That's all I remember. Maybe partied there a few times, but that's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
Fuck JJC.
Used to be kicking on the bridge.
Oh my god.
Used to go to
I like
JJC
have
to kick
vivid
it.
memories of your guys' pictures that you used to take back in the day.
Hey, look, that's
Franchise.
funny as hell. Look, that time. Look, what a
Franchise
time.
boys.
What a time
What
to be
a time to be
alive.
alive.
What a time. Thank God for growth. Thank God
You
for growth.
stupid.
And
No,
Oh
no.
my god.
Thank God for growth and prosperity for real.
Man.
For real. it went from franchise to EYMF, and everything in between has been a tale of two stories. So
For real.
With that-
Look
yeah,
at us
with that-
now.
like I was about to say, with that being said, we definitely have come full circle, and you know, of course, I'm gonna keep giving you your flowers. You know,
Yeah, you better keep it full circle. Motherfuckers ain't been to Florida, man. That shit crazy.
CB is pressed about it. He's more pressed than I am.
This
Thank
is
you
That
for
shit
the
crazy.
support.
Come on
I
now.
appreciate
You
it.
told her you was gonna come, my boy.
I did.
I could probably search the text message somewhere. It's okay though.
Damn, my fault. I got you.
I'm
All right,
not-
bro.
I'm
You
not
heard
really pressed.
you heard that it's okay though.
I
It's
gotta-
not okay. It's the way she
gotta,
said it.
World, I'm gonna get to Florida. World, I gotta get to Florida. Go pay my visit. Go pay my friend a visit.
You guys
for
both
sure.
need to get
I
here.
got
You need to do your thing at the tournament. Set up a little podcast room. Interview the kids post game. It could be pretty lit.
Definitely.
Hey.
World.
Oh, that could be
yeah,
fun.
Well, you put it on the itinerary.
What if we make you guys the podcast of City of Palms next year?
What's up?
The official podcast of City of
That-
Palms Classic.
That could be really cool.
That could be a thing. That could
It
be a
sure
thing.
hell yeah.
That could be a thing.
I like that idea.
Let's talk. You know what? I got you here. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk business offline. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap this episode up. So we do want to thank you for joining us. And world, with this episode, we want y'all to take away the fact of if you have your heart set on something, if it's a passion of yours, take it, run with it, don't look back. Even if it takes you to working in the NBA,
Man, hey,
or
you
or
don't
work
need to
on some of the
close
best
it
high
out.
schools ever.
No.
Yeah, I want to talk business.
No.
I want the Roger we got going
No. Oh yeah, we can talk business, but you can't close out the show because you ain't go see her for 12 years. So with that being said, world, don't listen to nothing this nigga saying right now. Because he don't stand on his business. All right. Mary, thank you for coming by.
CP, it was a pleasure.
We're gonna talk business because we're gonna make this happen.
Yes.
Hey,
Smiley,
hey.
Josh,
Yes,
whatever
sir.
the fuck you want to be called right now. Make sure you stand on business for the rest of your life.
Yo, this is definitely my
Standing
favorite
there for
episode.
12 years.
12
boy.
years.
That shit crazy, man.
That shit
Crazy.
crazy.
And Cooper, you watching this? I need to holler at you.
Hey, man. Till next time.
Until
world.
next time.
Oh gosh.
Off the phone with Nubi when we link up, it's a vibe.
Pretty bitches link up, bitch, get dressed, it's up, we finna slide.
Pull up on my head with gang, I'm right here posted with the guys.
I'm with the gang, don't make them bang. We come in peace, you should coincide.
Who got them works, who got them bangs? You in the beach, go inside.
Huh, bang, 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 ski, ski, ski. While your nigga looking at me.
Pop that ass left right cheek, fuck your nigga, just go cheat.
We outside, we shaking ass, we